Greetings, YouTube. I'm sure, like many of you, I have up and down weeks. Some weeks I feel like I'm on top of the world. Other weeks I feel like I just want to crawl into a hole and not come out for the rest of my life. Pretty dark way to start a video, I know. But when I have those moments of doubt and darkness, I think to myself, hey, I'm only X amount of days away from opening a week's worth of daily Thronebreakers. That might sound pathetic to some people. It's just a mobile game. But to me, they are the most fun crystals in the game. And there is not a bad thing in any of them. I always need more Tier 4 Basic. I always need more Tier 4 Class Catalyst. And those are the two worst things in the crystals. Other than that, you can get Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragments, very rare. 6-star shards, 5-star shards, Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments, Tier 5 Basic, you name it. They're like Alliance War crystals, but way better. So, Prelations has the kind of self-control that I could never have. I couldn't even save up 2 weeks of these, nevertheless a month, nevertheless 100. And so I am super fascinated to see what the drop rate is on 5-star champions, because I've always thought it was 1%. So we'll see if he gets more than 1 out of 100 from these. It's the perfect data, really. And then also just to see how many Tier 2 Alpha he gets out of this, how much Tier 5 Basic, Tier 4 Basic. It's going to be a really, really good amount of data for my channel. And so Prelations, thank you so much for having the self-control that you need to make this video and thinking of me when it comes to passing it on to commentate and to just use for data in general, because I will be referencing this video in the future when I open my next week's worth of daily Thronebreakers. And so far, he's had a lot of luck. Speaking of Alliance War crystals, right? He's only had Tier 5 Basic or Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst Fragments. Now, that's going to change, I'm sure. It'll eventually get to Tier 4 Basic a lot, but now, 3 crystals in, it's just 2 doses of 9,000 Tier 2 Alpha, or half a Tier 2 Alpha, for free, and 10% of a Tier 5 Basic. You can also, as you can see in the reel, at rare times get a fully formed Tier 5 Basic, which is incredible, for free on a daily crystal. Speaking of Tier 5 Basic, I do believe that's another 4,500. That used to be $100 when it first came out. I'll never forget. They charged an Odin worth for $100. Like $100 worth of Tier 5 Basic Catalyst Fragments was 4,500, or a fully formed cost you $1,000. So to take up a 5-star worth of Tier 5 Basic was $2,000. That's the price tag. This is our first Tier 4 Basic, which is usually $18,000. And that is indeed the case. If it's fully formed, it will actually just show you the fully formed Tier 4 Basic. So this is really good data. He split this up into 2 separate videos. My guess is he might spend 10 and open 90. I don't know. No 5-star champions yet. That is to be expected. So, 4 more. 4 more. First one. Okay. More Tier 4 Basic. I think he's formed a fully formed now. Should be another half of one, or 18,000. 3 more. I still have yet to pull any 6-star shards from these. I've pulled units. That's also possible. And more Tier 2 Alpha. He is just raining Tier 2 Alpha down. There you go. 2 more. 1 out of 2. And there's the Tier 5 Basic. He's just raining Tier 2 Alpha. I've never done this much. Now, I have opened a fully formed before, and that kind of takes the place of, well, 4 9,000 daily crystals. But still, bro, I hope you need Tier 2 Alpha, because it is raining that. All right, last one. Will he get a 5-star champ out of these? Archangel 2 Tier 5 Basic. Okay. So, a solid amount of Tier 5 Basic and Tier 2 Alpha. Some Tier 4 Basic, not a lot of Tier 4 Class Catalyst. That's about to change. Okay, so that's video 1 of 2. Now, given that this is only 2 minutes long and he's got 90 left, you would think Team Pop is going to be the way of the land. And he also got 50 units. That's amazing. Still no 5-star champions on. Maybe the next 10? Nope. Okay. Let's see. 7 more batches, still 50 units. I can't tell if he got a fully formed Tier 5 Basic or if it just formed on its own. He got half a 5-star now, so that's good. He's halfway done now. Still no 5-star champions, but a ton of Tier 2 Alpha. A ton of Tier 5 Basic. Tier 2 Alpha is he's just raining down. All right, let's see if he can get a 5-star these last 50. Okay, formed another probably Tier 4 class Catalyst, up to 6 Tier 4 Basic. Actually 7 when you count that. The 2 Tier 5, I mean, he had to open a fully formed. Either that or just got a ton. Yeah, he's had to open a fully formed because he's got almost 3 full out of 70. That just doesn't happen. That's awesome. So he hit the 1% or less RNG, at least in that sense. And 90 units. Awesome. The thing that surprises me out of this, 15,000 5-star shards. Obviously, that's basically like getting 1.5 5-star champions. But to not get an actual champion out of these means, at least in this data, that the odds are less than 1%. 13 Tier 4 Basic, multiple Tier 4 class Catalysts, 20,000 5-star shards now. Yes, the equivalent of getting 2 5-star champions for free. And then his last 10, Howard the Suck. He finally got one. There you go. 3 Tier 5 Basic. All these Tier 4 class Catalysts. Just incredible. Well, there you have it. Thanks again to Prelations. That was amazing data. And you did get a 5-star champion. Technically, you got 3. You got 20,000 worth of basic crystals, unless you want to go for the featured. And 1 5-star champion just off the bat. The last batch of 10. So I still think the odds of that is about 1% or 1 out of 100, which is exactly what he opened. No Tier 5 class Catalyst fragments, no 6-star shards. The odds of that have to be like 0.04. I've only done one of those once, and that was the Tier 5 class Catalyst fragments, and that was during the gifting event in December. And it was crazy to me that I got way more Tier 5 class Catalyst fragments out of a daily crystal than I did a greater gifting crystal. Isn't that crazy? Anyhow, let's not make this video longer than it has to be. Let's end it here. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and always thanks for Prelations for the submission of the crystal opening commentary, and especially the data, which I will reference from now on.